swoops on the crown and massive basket.
3. You are kidding me.
And the fire burned brightest. Townsville are WNBL champions for the 4th time.
A massive Cygnett WNBL doubleheader awaits us tonight, and first up is a highly anticipated battle between Perth and Southside over in the West. A rematch of their thrilling round 4 encounter when the Flyers won by just 2 points. The Lynx will be hoping to turn the tables on their home court and capitalise on a couple of key stars missing for Southside. Jess Webster with you alongside Basketball Australia Hall of Famer Carrie Graff. And Carrie, I guess it's a bit of a change of fortunes a bit from round 4 when Perth had 3 players unavailable due to injury and COVID. A big opportunity for them tonight with no Lauren Jackson and no Leilani Mitchell playing, but it should be a fantastic battle.
Yeah, look, it will. And I mean, these teams are equal second, 6-3 records. The split's on the line here for if Southside can lock this up. Goes a long way in terms of what's going to happen post-Christmas running to finals. Both teams will know that. Both teams are aware of that. Slightly different styles, these two teams. You know, Perth Lynx are renowned for their high-octane offence. They get out and run. They'll shoot the 3. They keep you spread. Southside a little more traditional in their style play. Opportunistic running team. They'll grind you out in half-court sets a little more and really try and go to their interior presence.
Hopefully we see some high-octane basketball tonight. Perth number 1 in the competition for average points per game. Southside 3rd, and a big battle to watch from an individual front tonight. Erin McDonald and Bet Cole, 2 superstars out there tonight. Of course, Erin McDonald, what a season she's having. Number 1 in the competition for average points per game. Number 3 in assists, and Bet Cole as well, 16 points per game, playing a really important role for her side and in the Team of the Week last round. Can't wait for this.
Yeah, look, as you say, 2 superstars. Erin McDonald, what an import player and impact she's had on the WNBL this year. Super quick. You see her stats there. She can score multiple ways. She's so quick, can get downhill, get on the rim, find her teammates. She's got great hands, great assists. She really energises this team. Bet Cole, on the other hand, is like a spiritual, inspirational leader for the Southside team. She's a rugged defender. She can score. Not pretty at times scoring-wise, but she finds ways. That's going to be a great contest.
And this is the ladder after the first 7 rounds of the season. Townsville 7 in a row. They're sitting pretty in first position. As you touched on, Southside and Perth 2nd and 3rd, or equal second. And games like these, particularly so close to Christmas, are so important in setting themselves up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if Southside could lock up this series split by winning tonight, they beat them by 2 points after a big comeback in round 4. That's really that goes a long way for, do you finish 2nd, 3rd or 4th, or can you hang on to a position in the top 4? Massive game tonight.
So as we turn our attention to Perth, they are really in a consistent spot at the moment. They're the only team to have the same starting 5 in every game this season. As we take a look at their lineup tonight, how have you seen the basketball that they've played so far this season?
Yeah, as you say, they've got consistency. You know, they've started every game together, so they're well gelled. And interestingly, this starting lineup all average double digits, so it's hard to defend. I mean, obviously, key scorers, we've just spoken about it. Erin McDonald, what an absolute superstar she has been in the league to date. I think could well be the MVP this year. Mila Goodchild's really stepped up of late and been impressive. Amy Atwell's starting to find some shooting form, and we know, previous MVP Annalee Maley is an unbelievable rebounder. So it's a pretty handy starting 5 lineup.
Absolutely. And on the flip side, the Flyers will have to shuffle the magnets a little bit tonight. Of course, no Lauren Jackson, no Leilani Mitchell in their starting 5. Who are you looking from this group to stand up and fill that massive hole tonight? Yeah,
I mean, obviously, Carly Ernst there will step into the starting lineup, just her 2nd start this season for the Southside Flyers. You know, she can shoot the ball from the perimeter, and she's 6'5". Mercedes Russell is the key to this group. She's just, we talk about potential MVPs. Maybe it could be her, huge numbers. She almost averages a double-double. Great defender, great shot blocker, scores unbelievably well on the interior. Bet Cole and Maddie Rothschild have their hands full trying to slow down Erin McDonald, so there's going to be some great one-on-one matchups. A little bit of switching, I anticipate, but this one's set up to have high-intensity, high-octane, finals-type feeling.
Cannot wait for it. A couple of moments to go before tip-off. It's been a huge week for the WNBL. For the first time ever, all games will be shown on the WNBA app and League Pass as announced during the week. So for our international viewers outside Australia and New Zealand, make sure you've downloaded the WNBA app for games and WNBL content. And if you're in Australia and New Zealand, the free WNBL app and 9Now has you covered. So here we go. Carrie Graff looking forward to this one as we get underway, and it's going to be Southside first possession.
Southside, we know, will look to go into the interior. We talked about Mercedes Russell. She's so efficient, and she scores, backs her man down, spins, goes with a little hook.
Here is Ari McDonald, as we touched on earlier. So important to this Perth side. Out to Atwell, who's shooting the free ball excellently, and there she is for the first 2 points of the game.
Attacks Potch. Potch is a great athlete with good length, but Atwell just, they play it tight because she's got that three-point range. Just little fake, gets downhill, gets on the rim with an easy two.
So we were hoping for some high-octane basketball to start, and the points are flowing already as the Flyers add another bucket.
Yeah, the Flyers, clearly their intent is to get down, old school, just go into the low post. We see them go to Russell. We see them then go to Ernst and just back their smaller players down.
McDonald driving. Wonderful play.
She's pretty to watch. Super quick.
Bet Cole immediately down the other end. Bobbles out. And Southside ball.
Yeah, again, we talked about the contrasting styles. Perth, spread it out. They play more a small ball style. Shoot the threes, put the ball on the floor. We saw that from Atwell early. We saw it from Ari McDonald.
Cole for two.
Well executed off the baseline, out of bounds. Too easy for Bet Cole.
Is it too early to get a tip for you, Carrie? Or probably should have asked you before we started, but...
It's, look, I'm going to say it's going to be under 5 points as Atwell strokes it from one of her favourite spots, corner three.
Had 6 3-pointers in her last game, Amy Atwell, in fine form indeed. Perth haven't played in 12 days. And their last win was 40 points over Sydney on the 13th of December. So do you think that will play a role tonight, or do you think they're just playing with so much confidence and consistency that the break won't worry them?
Yeah, look, I think it allows them to get somewhat refreshed, tweak a little bit of what they're doing and really be prepared for this game. Ryan Petrick is an absolute student of the game. His preparation is big. He sticks to his system and his style. He knows what this game's all about. They have a plan early in the season about who they need to attack, which teams they need to beat to try and make sure they're a finals team. And he'll have had all that time to prepare for how they want to attack Southside.
Potch finds herself at the line. A couple of free throws.
See a little 1-2-2 half-court press.
Wonderful pass to McDonald. Sets up Potter.
Perth break that with ease.
What a fun start.
Entertaining hoop. Rochi with the hesitation. Draws the foul from Mila Goodchild. Sporting the pretty face mask.
Taking every precaution, and Maddie Rochi, another player for Southside who is so crucial in their victories. When she's up and going, generally Southside win.
Yeah, the two, Cole and Rochi. Cole's certainly a veteran leader. Rochi now is in that mid part of her career, mid-20s. Been in a few Opal squads.
Potch for three. Tumbles out. We'll get it back. No call from the referee. Perth ball. McDonald takes it down the other end. Goodchild wide open for the three. It's offline. They get another opportunity. Goodchild, we should go for it again. This time passes it off. And Maley from deep.
Super ball movement then by the Perth Lynx. They shoot the three pretty well. They're happy to take it early. They're happy to take it off a quick offensive rebound. Just not quite dropping for them early as Mercedes Russell from the long corner. Can't get the two to drop.
Goodchild has a fumble. Southside ball. So a hot start here at Bendat Basketball Centre. The Lynx just up by 1. Free flowing from the opening tip-off. It's what we like to see.
Both teams, averaging over 80 points a game. This one's going to be pretty high scoring. Fair bit of tempo push from both teams early.
And the last time they played in round 4, Southside came from 20 points down at halftime. They scored 60 points in a half of basketball to win by 2.
Yeah, both teams are capable of that, lighting it up. Again, Southside back into their star, Mercedes Russell. Referee's theme, she might have dragged that back foot on that step-through move.
Yeah, call for a travel.
Extended pressure by Rochi on McDonald. Rochi and Cole will have that task most of the evening.
Pulls up for 2. Bobbles out. Potch brings it in. The Southside. Rochi now trying to feed Russell to keep it alive. Cole in the corner. Working on McDonald. Can't convert.
McDonald tough D then. She's quick. She just keep her body in front as we see Maley find a way, get on the rim, downhill.
Right, Annalie Maley watched tonight and needs 13 points to reach 1,000 career points. It's Potch down the other end and one.
Uses her length then, tries to fend off the big hand of Potter. Manages to extract a foul. Get herself to the free throw line. Can she convert the N1? Nice little hesitation.
Completes the play.
Again, off the free throws. Little 1-2-2 half-court press, but Atwell made that look like she was playing against an under-12 press. Just broke it with ease.
What a start this is. Here's Bet Cole for Southside to Ernst. Back to Cole. Now Rochi working the arc. Swings it across. Potch wide open for three. Russell. Potch has another go and this time converts.
Mercedes Russell, she just does all the little things then. She saw that three launch. She pushed her man under the rim a little bit to get in great rebounding position as we see Atwell. Can't get by Potch, but can extract a foul.
She's going to head to the line. Amy Atwell, 88% free throw shooter this season, averaging the 14 points as well per game, but her shooting at the three-point range has just been incredible. And of course, as we mentioned, last game, perhaps the best shooting performance of the season, 6 3-pointers against Sydney.
Yeah, so, you know, she's probably dipped a little from this is her second season in the WNBL after coming back from college in the US. You know, teams guard her tighter for that three-point shot, so we've seen her tonight put the ball on the floor, get herself close to the rim, get the two or get an and one. So we see her convert that. She's got great technique, nice smooth rhythm on that free throw.
So the Lynx narrowly ahead by 2. Tight contest so far between these two sides, sitting equal second on the WNBL ladder. Rochi. And Dickey puts a shot up. Can't get it to go. Maley down the other end for the Lynx. One comes up short, but she draws the foul.
Southside struggling to get the ball into the interior in that last couple of trips down the floor. Worked for them exceptionally well. Credit Perth's defence. Fronting the post a little bit, applying some ball pressure so it's not getting in there.
So we see a few changes to the court for both sides. So Gorman and Clinch Hoykard into the action for Perth, and Wisher and Dickey is getting some minutes for the Flyers. Maley gets the first. Makes it 2 from 2. Now that lead grows to 4.
Southside happy to walk this one up, try and execute. We'll see some pressure straight back at him from Perth Lynx. Aggressive half-court trap.
They get out of trouble there. Swing it across to Cole in the corner. A little bit too much on it.
Wisher with a big board.
Wisher to Rochi for 3. Back to 1 point the difference.
Atwell rejects that screen. Great putback, Annalie Maley. One of the best rebounders in the WNBL. Goes after everything. Relentless rebounder.
And gets a hand in there, Atwell, to break it up. Gives it off to McDonald.
Wow.
Finds a lane, finds a way through traffic. What a fantastic player she is to watch.
Puts on the jets, hesitates, goes in extra gear, extra speed.
Turned it over again. Atwell, again with a good defense. Gets the foul.
Atwell's been impressive last 2 trips. Active hands, anticipating. Comes up with 2 steals, back-to-back steals for her team. Creates momentum for them.
So timeout has been called, and this timeout is brought to you by Cygnett, Australia's #1 digital accessories brand. Cygnett continues to power the WNBL, Australian-owned and designed. Cygnett is available at JB Hi-Fi, Officeworks, and other leading retailers. So visit cygnett.com today. So a great start to this contest. The Perth leading 21-16 as Carrie. We take a look at Perth's season to date, and we can see, of course, some of the players that we've loving watching. Ari McDonald, #1 in the competition for points per game, #3 in assists. Annalie Maley, you mentioned her rebounding power. She's #2. And how have you seen their season so far?
Yeah, look, I mean, they're, I don't think people would have anticipated at this point in the season that they'd be where they are on the ladder, equal second. They lost some star talent last year, and this group, Coach Ryan Petrick got them playing well. They stick their style. They're high octane. They're up tempo. They shoot the ball well. They've got some interesting pieces. Mainly an absolute specialist rebounder, can find ways to score. This lady on screen we've talked about, she's just a legit superstar of this competition. Miller Goodchild stepped up. I mean, they're playing great hoop. They've got a core starting group that play well together. They find ways to score. 5 of their athletes are averaging double digits. That's pretty hard to defend.
And we've mentioned their consistency as well. Plays a really big role, because when you can play consistently, have the same starting 5, as we mentioned, every game so far this season, it brings about a lot of confidence amongst the group as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for them, they probably haven't, touch wood, and nor would you like this to happen to anyone. They haven't been hit yet with injuries. It's something that we've seen quite a few of the other teams have, some major pieces injured, had them out. As you say, this team, they've been fortunate to be able to play the same starting 5 for all 9 games they've played in, or this being their 10th. So certainly allows you to play that core group, know each other well. They know where they're getting their shots from, as we see extended pressure from the Perth Lynx, but Southside break that with ease. Get the ball deep to Mercedes Russell on the point of the rim. She's unbelievably efficient from there. Shoots close to 60% from the field. That's phenomenal.
Gorman with the 3 attempts. It's offline. He pulls it in for Southside, off to Cole. 5 points the margin now. 3.5 to play in the first term. Cole draws the contact.
Nice little 2 game there. Mercedes Russell and Beck Cole. Beck Cole's super at finding ways to get at the rim. Good cutter. Can put the ball on the deck, as we see there. Makes a nice little back cut and feed from Russell. Draws a foul. Finds herself at the free throw line. .85% career free throw shooter, Beck Cole. She's played around with her technique a lot over her career.
Didn't want to put the commentator's curse on her, but she, coming into today, was 100%, 10 from 10 this season. And, that's her first miss at the line this season.
Good ball movement, Perth Lynx.
Just too much on the shot. Interesting few minutes coming up here. And a great start to this one.
Wisher launches. Front irons that one.
Rochi fires it into the corner. It's Dickey from the corner, drains the 3.
Margin's been depleted a little, as we see Perth with a few more of their role players on right now. Starters getting a little rest.
Maley has a few to beat.
Foul's called on Maddie Rochi. Referee deemed that she might have grabbed the arm on that. Attempted a tough possession play. Hard to rip the ball out of a great possession player. That is Annalie Maley.
So we get another look on replay.
Ooh, yeah, all over the arms. Southside, bit of zone here on the base out of bounds play. 2-3 zone.
Goodchild to Chippertoni. Now goes to clinch Hoykard. They kick it out to the corner. It's offline from Gorman.
Let's see if Southside back up with the zone on the baseline out of bounds play. It looks like, yes, they will. Worked for them the first time.
Chippertoni to inbound. Goodchild. Fires for 3. Bobbles out. Dickey with the rebound. Cole. Looking inside for Russell and converts.
Well executed, a little horns action there. Cole just comes off Mercedes Russell's side, waits for the rim roll, throws it in. Used her size. Excellent interior finisher, Mercedes Russell.
Swinging it around the arc. Perth now look inside to clinch. Hoykard, it's come unstuck. And it'll be a Southside ball. Less than 2 minutes on the clock in this first quarter, and scores a level.
Starters coming back in for the Perth Lynx. Atwell back in. Aaron McDonald back in. Coach Petrick close out this first quarter. A little under 2 minutes to play. Southside happy to execute here.
Hodge back on court as well.
Staggered screen action. See if they can get some movement.
There is Wisher. He's going to head to the line. Gets 2 from 2 and a little momentum shift here. The Flyers now have their noses in front by a couple of points. Good child looking for Potter.
Rattles it in with the left. Big bucket for them. Southside looking to stay with some zone action defensively.
Blue Ridge across to Wisher. Now Dickey back to Russell. And a trouble.
Mercedes Russell can't believe that. Asking the referees what it is she's doing. Suggests she's not putting the ball to the floor as that back foot is leaving, is what the referees are seeing. Again, zone defense from Southside Flyers. Potter just flashes to the elbow. Can't hit that free throw. Range 2.
Poch for Blue Ridge working the baseline. And a jump ball.
Coach Cheryl Chambers barking some orders to her team.
Inside the final minute here.
They stay in the 2-3 zone. I feel this is slowing up the Perth Lynx a little.
McDonald. Out to Goodchild. Looks inside for clinch. Hoykart, well executed.
Good dribble penetration. Finds the backside of that zone.
Russell.
7 seconds.
Need to get a shot up to the Flyers. And they can't do so, and that'll be the end of what has been a fantastic first quarter of Cygnett WNBL basketball. It is the Lynx with their noses in front, leading by 2, 27-25. If that first quarter is anything to go by, we're in for a fun night. Stay with us. We're going to take a break and be back very shortly.
Looking for your pathway in basketball? She Hoops Leadership and Confidence Scholarship can help. We're offering 30 girls from around Australia the opportunity to develop as coaches, players and officials, with mentoring from some of Australia's best basketballers and some of Australia's best coaches in breaking down barriers. If you're a girl aged 15 to 18, then this is for you. This 5-month program will accelerate your development both on and off the court. Interested? Head to shehoops.com.au to apply.
It's been an entertaining start to this clash at the Bendat Basketball Centre over in Perth, and it is the home side leading by 2 at quarter time, 27-25. We're already seeing it's an entertaining basketball being played. Jess Webster and Carrie Graff with you. Carrie, how do you sum up that first quarter?
High octane. I mean, they're on track for 100 points right now. We knew both these teams scoring the average score in the 80s. You know, their Southside went interior early to Mercedes Russell. We saw them play some zone the back end of that quarter. Perth Lynx have been Perth Lynx, you know. Southside are clearly focused on can they run them off the three-point line. We've seen them counter-attack that by putting the ball on the floor. Atwell's leading the charge with 9 points. She's been impressive putting the ball on the deck. This one's an entertaining one.
Absolutely, could go either way at the moment. So, of course, back in their round 4 meeting, it was Southside who won a thriller by 2 points. Perth that day had a few players unavailable, and things have changed this time. No LJ and no Leilani Mitchell for Southside, but they're only 2 points down at quarter time as we get set for the second quarter. As Carrie mentioned, Atwell up to 9 points. McDonald and Maley 6 each for Perth, and for Southside it is Potch leading the way with 7, Mercedes Russell with 6, their top scorers to this point as we get underway in the second. Here's Beck Cole to Ernst, inside to Russell, back to Ernst, and feeding Russell again. They're starting to click the Flyers.
Well executed there. Hard show, verging on trapping from Perth Lynx on that ball screen action. Mercedes Russell just leaves early, gets herself on the point of the rim. Smaller player rotating to her. She had no trouble to finish against that.
Potch getting a hand in there to break it up, but it will remain a Perth ball.
Base out of bounds. Defensively, we've seen Southside go zone. And they're doing so again in this second quarter.
Potter swings it across to Goodchild for 3. Bobbles out. Potch. To Ernst and now Rochi. Going to hold things up momentarily. Now to Cole looking for Russell. Shot clock down to 7 as Ernst fires for 3. Can't get it to go, and they'll get it back. Russell, Rochi.
Long rebounds off those 3-point misses for both teams. Now they come up with O'Boyd, throws it away. Erin McDonald.
This time Perth read it, and Atwell converts at the other end.
Tough finish. Robust, athletic Amy Atwell just takes a hit, finds a way to finish.
Ernst to Cole. Russell, Rochi sees your opportunity for 3 and drains it.
Wide open, Maddie Rochi lined that one up, sight set, stroked it.
McDonald to Atwell. That one's offline. They reel it in. Russell, though, breaks it up. Southside ball, Rochi.
Perth struggling to hit from the 3-point line. Currently 1 of 8 for 12%.
Cole for 2. Bobbles out.
That's going to turn around. They shoot a pretty good clip from the 3-point line. Southside are challenging the 3, making it tough as McDonald launches.
Again, another miss.
Make that 1 of 9.
Flies by a point. Rochi.
Side ball screen action.
Looking for
into
Russell again.
Impressive. We'll see if Perth Lynx look to change their defensive schemes on that side pick and roll. It's been effective for the Southside Flyers. Anytime they rim roll Mercedes Russell, something good happens. Force a turnover there. Over and back. Annalie Maley checking back in. Gorman back in.
Southside ball, and they lead by 3. Rochi goes herself, and offensive foul. I think it is.
Atwell in the action again. She's been impressive to start this game, scoring on the rim.
Let's take another look.
Ooh,
Body on the line stuff.
Didn't look like she had her feet outside that charge circle. Maddie Rochi's questioning it.
McDonald. 6 points so far to her tonight.
Wow.
This time, passes it off for Maley, who converts.
Yeah, she's quick. She can score in there. She finds the open player, involves her teammates. Averaging 19 points a game, 6 assists, 3 rebounds.
You said it's such a superstar as Maley finds herself at the line.
It's an arm wrestle so far, this one. A high-scoring arm wrestle.
And ties things up.
Getting some extended pressure off free throws. Perth Lynx just delayed the Southside Flyers offense, chew some clock.
Looking for Cole. And wonderful pass, sets up Poch.
Great back cutting by Poch, denial there. Gets herself on the rim. Cole finds her with a sweet pass.
Gorman looking inside to Maley. Can't get it to go. Rochi working on McDonald. Now Ernst, who fires for 3. It's offline. Maley with the rebound.
The Lynx off to the races.
Gorman in the corner, knocks it down.
Coach has got to be happy with that. Yeah, young bench players come in and stroke the 3.
The 3's been hard to come by so far tonight for the Lynx. Maybe that'll get them up and going. As Cole pulls up for 2. Bobbles out. Maley, another rebound for her. Quick transition to Gorman. Back to Atwell. Maley, they work it around the perimeter. McDonald. Can't convert, but referee's call. And they get the foul.
Southside asking the referee, what was that for? Ooh. Didn't seem to be much contact in that rebound contest.
It's going to be a Perth ball. McDonald to inbound to Gorman. Finds a way through. Adds another bucket.
Tough, she strokes the 3. They close her out long. She puts it on the deck. Good read, good finish.
So we see Brown into the action for the Flyers. To Loffridge. And it's come unstuck.
Both coaches using their bench early in this game, anticipating perhaps a close one down the stretch. They might play out their starters deeper and longer in the 3rd and 4th quarter, but happy to rotate their benches through. We mentioned Southside Flyers without Lauren Jackson, without Leilani Mitchell, both on family leave.
Shot from Russell misses. Dickey with the rebound, goes herself. Bobbles in. Again, we see this arm wrestle continue. McDonald goes herself for 3. What a player!
Wow, deep 3 off the dribble. Gives her team a little 4-point buffer. Takes the tally to 9, McDonald.
So we see Russell drawing some contact.
Down low again, she's so efficient from that low block. Get her the ball, she makes something good happen. She finds shooters, she finds a way to put on a post clinic down low.
See this replay of the triple from Aerie McDonald.
Southside Burnt then getting stuck underneath that high pick ball screen.
Again, they look for Russell. Manages to work out for them. Shot, though, just misses. McDonald charging down the other end and makes them pay.
Momentum swinging plays, back-to-back for Erin McDonald. Strokes the three and creates the break.
Last 5 minutes of this second quarter. Lynx, a little bit of a buffer on the scoreboard. 6 points is their lead.
The Lynx now zoning themselves, a little 2-3 zone. Back at the Southside Flyers.
Last touch off Perth, so will remain a Southside ball. Cole for three.
She finds a way to make a big play when her team needs it, Bet Cole, whether that's a three like that one or putting the ball on the deck or coming up with a charge.
Chibatoni to respond at the other end. It's off the rim. Remain a Perth ball. Maley. It's intercepted by Cole. Streaming down the other end. Can't convert. They scrap for it. Comes out Perth's way. Good hustle. McDonald to Chibatoni. Clinch Hoikon. Wide open. Can't get it to go. Dickey.
Perth 3 of 13 from three-point land at the moment.
For two. Too much on it. Brown reels it in to Russell. And now they can reset. Loffridge. Dickey. And is fouled.
Chibatoni owns that one. Haven't seen Dickey to the line.
McDonald and Atwell, 11 apiece for Perth at the moment as you take another look at the call. And Mercedes Russell, 10 points so far for Southside as Hickey finds herself at the line.
Swish. 21 on the season so far.
Makes it 2
Dickey.
from 2, Dickey. And we're back to a 1-point ball game. Inside the last 3 minutes of the second.
Again, some zone action. Southside.
Donald kicks it out.
Gorman! Swish! She's hot from three-point land.
A second
2 of 2.
triple this quarter for Steph Gorman. She's feeling it out there at the moment.
Takes her tally to 8.
Atwell again with the steal. Maley. Gorman. And gets the foul.
She'll go to the line.
Steph Gorman, the 23-year-old. As Brown takes a rest. And we're heading to a timeout. And this timeout is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, proudly supporting community basketball in Australia. So this game, since the opening tip-off carry graph, has been entertaining stuff, but we're going to take a look at Southside's season so far and a couple of their best players in action tonight. No LJ, no Leilani Mitchell, but Mercedes Russell, number 4 in the competition for average points per game and number 6 for rebounds as well. She's an absolute superstar and really playing another important role tonight.
Yeah, look, they've been impressive. You know, they're the biggest team in the competition. 3 players 6'5" or taller. You know, LJ, Carly Ernst, Mercedes Russell, so they really go to that inside presence. And then they've got, you know, veteran mid-aged guards. You know, Maddie Rocci, impressive 5 assists a game she averages. Bet Cole, great defender. We've talked about a night momentum type player. This is a veteran team that know how to get themselves into finals, know how to win big games. You know, they've dealt with some ins and outs, but certainly for a veteran team, they wouldn't be. They'd be happy that they're equal second in the competition right now and keen to clinch this season series against the Perth Lynx.
Well, we talked about it earlier about how important it is, but here's stat of the day for mine. For the past 15 seasons, the team that has won the first game of the season between these two sides has won the season series. So that tells you Southside won the first game.
Let's see if it is true again. This one's going to be an arm wrestle all the way, I think. Steph Gorman, the first free throw she's shot in the WNBL this season.
So we've seen a couple of occasions so far tonight. Perth just getting out to a 4 or 5 point lead. The Flyers just reeling them back in. It hasn't really grown the lead beyond that sort of 5 point margin so far tonight. It's remained steady.
What you'd expect from two top 4 teams sitting equal second on the ladder.
Cole fires for 3, knocks it down.
Just when they need a big bucket. Who steps up? Beck Cole.
Again, they draw 2 within 2.
Again, both teams happy to play a bit of zone this evening.
McDonald
Big
turned
hands.
it over. Southside ball, less than 2 minutes on the clock. Cole working on Gorman. Ernst looking inside to Russell. Can't get it to go. McDonald.
What a great post contest that is. Potter v Russell as we see Harry McDonald get downhill. Can't convert.
Southside come up with it. Cole to Lothridge. Go back to Cole. Swinging across. Wisher to Russell. Ernst in
6
the
on
corner.
the shot clock.
She'll have to go.
Big
Hits
O
the
board.
rim, but they get it back Southside. Lothridge converts.
Ties it up for the
Scores.
Southside Flyers.
A level again as we head to another timeout here in this second quarter with scores level at 46 apiece. And this timeout is brought to you by CTM Sport. CTM Sport is here to transform your team's travel experience. Leave the hassle of off-court arrangements to CTM Sport, the experts in sports travel management. Get the winning edge at ctmsport.com.au. Intriguing stuff here over in the West, Carrie Graff. What do we make of it so far, and what do you think the messages are going to be in both these camps at the moment?
Yeah, look, it's high octane. I mean, we're on track for a 90-point-plus ball game. Both teams, and again, not shooting the ball exceptionally well. I mean, certainly from the three-point line. Perth Lynx are 4 of 15 for 26%. That's a little down for them, but they're putting the ball on the rim. Both teams happy to play a bit of zone against each other. It's been pretty impressive hoop to watch. I think, time out here, they'll be talking about what they want done in this last, under a minute. So three possessions with 54 seconds to go. What are they going to execute? Are they going to stay with their zone defense? What's their ball defense scheme going to be? So they'll be treating this last minute as they would an end of game scenario. Can they go into halftime with momentum? Can they get a stop? Can they get a conversion?
So McDonald and Atwell leading the way for Perth with 11 points each. Maley up to the 6 rebounds as well. And for Southside, Russell leading the way with 10, Potch on 9. They both have 3 rebounds each. So Perth to restart play here through McDonald. Inside the final minute.
Southside sticking with that 2-3 zone.
McDonald for 2.
Clunks
Wobbles
it in.
Adds more to her tally.
Takes it with 13.
Here's Lothridge working on McDonald. Across to Cole. Under pressure. Gets it out to Ernst. And travel as she nails the 3. Fortunately won't count.
Ernst gobsmacked at that call. She dribbled, little step back moves, telling the referee, put a dribble down. Perth Lynx happy to run the clock out here. Just a 1.5 second differential between shot clock and game clock.
Potter. Go to Gorman, who's had a great game so far. To McDonald, who puts the shot up for 2. Won't go.
Big
And
stop for the Southside Flyers.
That'll be the end of the first half at the Bendat Basketball Centre. What a game of basketball we have to halftime. The Lynx 48 leading the Flyers 46. It's been high octane from the opening tip-off. I'm loving what we're seeing out there, and no doubt a huge second half to come. Carrie Graff. Although the Lynx are kind of in front on the scoreboard at the moment, who do you think the tempo of this game is suiting at the moment?
Look, I think it's suiting both teams. I think it's not particularly quick up and down, but they're scoring pretty freely. I think the interior focus for Southside has been effective for them. That's, they've scored well. It hasn't been total run and gun, but we're saying high scoring. Again, we're on track for a nearly 100-point ball game. More zone than you anticipate. Both teams having to play some zone. Both teams playing sender pressure off free throws. This one's, I think it's going to continue to be a seesawing affair. You'd say at times Perth Lynx have had a little bit of momentum. Erin McDonald, we've talked about when she gets her feet deep in the paint, good things happen. The zone slowed her up a little bit perhaps, but Steph Gorman was big for them off the bench. Came in and sparked them with a couple of threes. Got on the rim as well. Great productivity off the bench.
Let's see some of the highlights from the first half. Some great plays at either end. With no LJ, no Mitchell, how do you think Southside are faring at the moment in terms of that gelling with the plays they've got out there on the court at the moment?
Yeah, look, I think Coach Cheryl Chambers would be happy. I mean, they're within two. This is a ball game. 2 points is nothing. And maybe both coaches saying, look, can we hold them a little bit? But as we look at the stats, the field goal percentage there, both teams, not Perth Lynx in particular, their 3-point percentage at 27. That's well below their season average. Rebounding contest pretty even. The stat line's pretty even.
There's not much between them, is there? Obviously not much on the scoreboard and not much between those stats.
That's it. The stats speak to the score line. This is a contest. It's 2 points. I think it's going to seesaw all the way to the end.
We see some of the individual scorers and stats as well. No surprises. McDonald and Russell leading the way from a points perspective, and the rebounds, Annalie Maley doing what she does best as well. And you can see the assist, McDonald. She can do a bit of everything. She scores, she sets them up. Just so important to this Perth outfit. But the Flyers as well, they're making a great contest of it, and can't wait for the second half.
Yeah, it'll be huge. I think they'll stay with their zone a fair bit. I think they feel that's slowed down Erin McDonald. Maybe they'll mix it up a little bit off makes and misses, but I think they're comfortable with that with, certain groups they've got in the floor. They've got good size, but she started to adjust and put the ball on the floor against that zone as well. So
a lot to look forward to in the second half. Great to see a lot of the fans tonight getting in the Christmas spirit with the Santa hats, and of course with Christmas only a couple of days away. Enjoying the action at the Bendat Basketball Centre, as are we in the commentary box. So we're going to take a short break. Do not go anywhere. Massive second half to come after this.
Women are powering forward and changing the game on and off the court. Together, Basketball Australia and the Australian Sports Commission are powering women in basketball. We are amplifying the voices, skills and spirit of women in the game. From the backboards to the boardrooms, we're breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes and empowering the next generation of female athletes and leaders. Get involved, and together we can create a future where every girl's hoop dreams are within reach.
There are things we can't see, like the air that we breathe. There's a power in me, you'll see.
He's done it!
For our homegrown superstars, this is the one that matters most. The Aussies are ready to unleash on 9 Summer of Awesome. Get ready for a new heart-racing game changer. Woodbridge.
What is the longest river in South America?
The Amazon River?
Correct.
Pushes Australia's most addictive game show over the edge.
Wow. Let's go!
And in an all-new endgame.
One counter for a shot at $40,000.
The more you risk.
2 counters, $20,000. I'll also throw in a holiday.
The more you win.
If you don't get that jackpot, you'll leave here with nothing.
Brand new Tipping Point Australia starts Monday, Jan 29 on 9.
Ford dealers have backed sport in communities for nearly 100 years. And now, from the Boomers and Opals to Aussie Hoops, your local Ford dealer is proud to support basketball. Because all dreams start somewhere.
Troy Card rolling to the bucket. The foul call from George.
Nicholson makes a move. What a play!
Mansfield with the hot hand goes up against Kelly Wilson. Clutch play from Lauren Mansfield. Fowler gets up ahead and gets the out one to go.
Now Wood Mitchell tosses it up and in. What a finish from Leilani Mitchell.
Through sport, business, do you find that people are really reluctant to celebrate their wins?
100%. I think it's hard for people to be proud of what they've done. For me, I'm wanting to make this team, right? That's all I've ever wanted. I make it. Hell yeah. But I'm not celebrating because now I'm going to a tournament and now I want to win a medal. Now I don't get the colour medal that I wanted. And so then you're down in the dumps. But all I ever wanted was to make a team and go to this tournament. And I feel like it's relative in every aspect of the stage of your career, whether that be sport or business, life, whatever it is. And sometimes it's not till you retire or, you know, you're done playing that sport and you look back and go, maybe I didn't achieve all my goals I ever wanted, but damn, I got to be proud of myself. I'm damn proud that I'm still playing today. Like, I'm grinding, you know? Now I feel like I stop and smell the roses because soon that's going to be done and that's going to be sad and that's scary, but I've achieved so much, and even just you asking me that question makes me be like, no, I really have, because I'm luckier than still maybe the person next to me who never got to experience to wear the green and gold.
Hi, my name's Christy. I'm Jordan. We're here with Fletcher and Sia, and we're here for the Ford Aussie Hoops program. Pick your ball. That one's... That one's a good one.
She was eyeing that one for a long time. Good thing about the sport basketball.
That you can shoot.
That you can shoot? Okay.
We got a shooter here.
All right, yeah. What's your favorite shot?
Layup.
A layup? When you grow up?
I want to be a doctor.
A doctor?
Yeah.
What kind of doctor?
Brain surgery and heart surgery.
Brain and heart surgery?
Uh-huh.
Favorite basketball movie?
Space Jam.
Space Jam? Okay. Space Jam is a classic. All right, Sia, you got to end on a layup, Sia. Let's see it again. There you go.
There it is.
There
Nice
you go.
job, guys.
Good job, Sia.
Good job, Sia.
All right, Wally.
Summer of Awesome fires up with the action-packed United Cup.
Oh, yes. Sensational.
Australia takes on the world in a global showdown.
Demon delivers for Australia.
Then, the big one. The 2024 Australian Open.
You won't see better tennis than this all summer.
Our Aussies are ready to unleash the United Cup. Live and free on 9 and 9 Now. It's the magical family spectacular that lights up Christmas Eve. Sing along with Callum Scott, Mitch Tambo, and all your favourite entertainers.
and special performances from the stars of the world's biggest musicals.
David Campbell and Brooke Boney present
Vision Australia's Carols by Candlelight, Christmas Eve at 8 on 9.
Women are powering forward and changing the game on and off the court. Together, Basketball Australia and the Australian Sports Commission are powering women in basketball. We are amplifying the voices, skills and spirit of women in the game. From the backboards to the boardrooms, we're breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes and empowering the next generation of female athletes and leaders. Get involved and together we can create a future where every girl's hoop dreams are within reach.
Welcome back to the Bendat Basketball Centre. In this clash between the two sides, an equal second on the Cygnett WNBL ladder is living up to all expectations. It was Perth by 2 points at quarter time. By 2 points at halftime, we're on track for a massive score. The Lynx 48 to the Flyers 46. Jess Webster and Carrie Graff with you. And Carrie, Aari McDonald is, I guess, one of the leading MVP contenders for a reason. She averages 19.7 points a game, number one in the competition, and she was electric in the first half of Perth.
Yeah, she was. You know, we've talked about she's super quick. There she just carved up their press and just said, I'll just dodge, weave, find a way to the rim. 13 points on 6 of 11 shooting. You know, and it's not just that. 4 rebounds, 4 assists. We saw her drain that deep three as the defenders got caught under that ball screen. You know, she's a handful. And I've got to say, for the Southside Flyers, it's what do you do with her? They went to some zone to try and slow her down. She showed she can also carve that up. And in the 3 losses that Perth Lynx have had this year, she hasn't been the Perth Lynx top scorer. So that says what teams try and do to her. If you can slow her down or stop her, is that a way to beating the Perth Lynx?
A classic barometer for her side is Aari McDonald. And also, don't forget the official WNBL app is here. We don't want you to miss a minute of the action. Therefore, for all your live scores, your highlights, your player and team info, and plenty more, download the free WNBL app as we get underway in the second half of the Bendat Basketball Centre. And here she is on cue, McDonald, setting up Maylee. Potter also involved, and will be, I think, last touch off Southside, so Perth ball.
Clearly the Perth Lynx had diagrammed some action to try and attack that 2-3 zone as we see Southside continue with their 2-3 zone defence on the baseline out of bounds plays. Potch throws long to Cole, a little too long. The touchdown wasn't quite a touchdown.
A little bit too eager, just had too much on that pass. McDonald to take it down the floor.
Southside sit back in that 2-3 zone, massive zone, that 3 on the baseline. Russell, Potch, Ernst.
Potter had to work hard, can't get it to go, but Maylee with the important rebound out to McDonald, who fires for 3, it wobbles out. Rochi for Southside. Good child defending. Potch has a fumble, time to regather. To Cole. Ernst.
Pressure defense of
Shot
Perth
clock
Lynx.
Down to 3. Cole needs to put a shot up and converts.
Massive Beck Cole. She had McDonald quick on her hip as Maylee straight to the rim, downhill. Mercedes Russell called for the foul. She's claiming Maylee hit me. Referee's whistle's already gone. They're not going to change their call, but looks like there was some connection down low on the hips.
Annalie Maylee closing in on 1,000 career points.
Rattles that one out. Here, Coach Cheryl Chambers imploring her team to block out.
She converts the second as Annalie Maylee. Takes her tally to 10.
Extended pressure. Perth Lynx.
Rochi. Ernst. Potter got a hand in there. Now to McDonald. Back to Potter. Off the window.
Great finish. He's efficient down there. Potter down low. Good battles between the posts. Russell and Potter. Good ball movement. Southside Flyers, Potch to Cole. Atwell blocks that one.
But Ernst follows up. Can't get it to go. 3 points the Lynx lead. Maley. Let's turn it over. Ernst to Potch. And can't get it to go, but they'll get it back through Rochi. Out to Ernst, who fires for three and nails it.
Mark that spot, Carly Ernst. She's deadly from there. Loves that trail 3-point spot.
Scores again level. What a contest it's been. Saturday night hoops. In the corner, Atwell. It's offline. Potch with the rebound. To Cole. And one.
Big play that Southside Flyers. Challenging 3-point shots in their zone defence. With their size, ability to rebound and run and get some fast break buckets off the back of their zone defence. Cole decelerates.
She's pretty pumped up too.
Motivational player for her team. Comes up with big plays at critical moments.
Converts the play. The Flyers up by 3. So perhaps momentum swinging a little bit in the visitors' favour. McDonald has other ideas.
Rims out. Southside Flyers came away with a 2-point win off the back of a zone in the second half when they played in round 4 as Ernst from that same 3-point position, top of the key.
Not this time. Maley, give it to Goodchild, looking inside to Potter. And she's off to the line.
She's pumped as well. There's a lot of emotion in this game, a lot riding on it. The series is open. Southside lead at 1-0. Each team 3 times in the competition. Can Potter convert? Tie this ball game back up again.
She does convert. We're all square once again. Less than 7 minutes to go now in the third. Rochi. Cole sees her opportunity. Can't capitalise. Perth ball.
Both teams sticking with zone.
McDonald. Goodchild. Back to McDonald. Now to Potter. Doesn't have the finish. Rochi. To Cole. Russell. Go back to Rochi. Have to go back out to Ernst. That one had too much on it, but Russell. And the foul is called.
Foul called on Potter. Baseline out of bounds for the Southside Flyers. Just a second foul, Potter. Bet Cole takes a break for the Southside Flyers. Dickey back into the contest. Sideline. Rochi directing the play here.
Here is Dickey, sharing it with Potch, who drives and gets the bucket.
Finish, little hesitation, Potch.
Atwell for 3 and nails it! And I think she's got the foul as well.
Carly Ernst won't be happy with that. Potential 4-point play for the Perth Lynx. Atwell strokes it, takes the hit. Carly Ernst.
So get another look on replay. First of all, the finish was outstanding. Now a chance to add a couple more.
Classic shooter form. Atwell hangs up the follow through.
Converts the play. Amy Atwell. Lynx now back in front by 2. Potch, quick transition, it's offline. Potter reels it in, straight to McDonald. Recovers to Gorman. Atwell in the corner for three.
She's got the hot hand.
Now she's found her range. Just warming up is Amy Atwell. What a game this has been. Dickey now with her opportunity. Rattles out. Potter to Atwell. McDonald finishes it up.
Momentum timeout, Coach Cheryl Chambers. She's seen enough. The Perth Lynx sat in there, 2-3 zone. Forced a miss. Got out and ran.
So we're heading to a timeout now with this lead, the Lynx 63-56. It was 2 points at half-time. So Perth with a bit of momentum here in the third. And this timeout is brought to you by the WNBA. Huge news during the week for our competition. For the first time ever, all games will be shown on the WNBA app and League Pass. So for our international viewers who are outside Australia and New Zealand, make sure you download the WNBA app for games and WNBL content. And of course, if you're in Australia and New Zealand, your home of the WNBL is on the free WNBL app and 9 now. So maybe we're starting to see, choreograph things opening up a little bit here.
Yeah, you know, momentum timeout called by Cheryl Chambers. Atwell, massive plays, gets that a 4-point play. Ernst hits her on the 3-point line. She completes that play, then gets it, you know, wide open in the corner. Well, not wide open. Potch made a run at it, but was conscious not to foul and give her a 4-point play. That sparked them. They went back to their zone themselves. We're seeing a lot of zone defense, 2-3 defense from both teams tonight. That's allowed both teams a little run, but mini break here for the Lynx. 7 up. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. What has Southside got coming out of this timeout?
Well, it's the biggest lead of the match so far to either side. 7 points the difference. We're under a bit of pressure here, Southside. Rochi in the corner looking for Dickey, and it's going to be a turnover. The pressure starting to mount a little bit.
Big stop required here for the Southside Flyers. See if they can change this momentum, swing it back their way. Mismatch down low, Potter with Wisher.
Atwell.
Feeling it, Amy Atwell. Wow. Pull up over her hand.
Just come alive, Amy Atwell. The lead is now out to 9. Southside need a response here. Can Cole provide it? They'll get it back. Russell with the rebound. Rochi.
Perth Lynx staying with their 2-3 zone defense.
Cole rather, inside. Russell
Tough.
Gets the contact.
Big physical play. Perth Lynx both hammered up. Dare her to shoot it from the free throw line. Aggressive fouls, make sure she didn't finish that shot.
As Potter takes a break on the Perth bench.
Sadie's Russell, 76% free throw shooter on the season. Converts the first.
Two from 2. Flyers needed those. Keeps them to within 7 points. Just over 4 minutes on the clock in the third. Perth have been in control this quarter. McDonald to Gorman. Looking inside to clinch away card.
Out to the hot hand.
Atwell gets her. Another line for Amy Atwell.
Rattles that one in, but it doesn't matter how it goes in. Boy, she got the hot hand.
10 points the margin. What has Southside got? Have they turned it over? They have. Down the other end, Maley goes herself and gets the finish.
Massive. Coach Chambers.
Riding high on confidence at the moment are the Perth Lynx.
Another timeout called. Coach Chambers wants to kill this momentum again.
This timeout is brought to you by Ford Aussie Hoops, the perfect introduction to the world of basketball for kids aged 5 to 10 years. Basketball Australia launching the Ford Aussie Hoops Award for 2023. To find out more, visit aussiehoops.basketball to register. So timeout called with this margin now. 10 points the way of the Lynx. It was 2 points at quarter time, 2 points at half time, and now they're controlling things in the third. Carrie Grafley. So take a look at the team of the round for round 7. And
well, the woman of the moment,
yes.
Amy Atwell, is in that team of the round 7. She may well, this third quarter performance may well make it into the team of the round for round 8.
Absolutely. She produced arguably the best shooting performance of the season against Sydney in their 40-point thrashing. She had 6 3-pointers to earn her place in the team of the round.
Beck Cole there in game of the week as team of the round as well. 20 points and 6 assists. Can she step up in this third quarter, chip away at this lead? Jade Melbourne, the young superstar, massive. She's had a couple of massive 30-point games, really showing that she's a legit star now in this league.
And Courtney Woods we'll see a little later on tonight when Towns will take on Melbourne. There is Amy Atwell. She's got 4 triples, 4 out of 7 so far tonight.
Certainly helped the Lynx 3-point percentage. It was down at a lowly 19%. They've got it back to 35%. They've shot the ball exceptionally well in this third quarter.
So a game-high 12-point lead to Perth. Big 3.5 minutes coming up for Southside.
Again, the 2-3 zone from the Perth Lynx.
Nice feed to Russell.
Russell cuts the backside of that zone, uses her length. Cole finds her.
Donald to Atwell. She go for it again.
I think Cole's got the job on Atwell now, wearing her like a glove.
McDonald trying to find her way through against Potch. Works the baseline out to Gorman in the corner. And Atwell couldn't convert.
Big rebound by Brown. Foul called on Maley on that rebound play.
So where's the inspiration going to come from Southside?
I think we might see a bit more of what we saw then between Beck Cole and Mercedes Russell. Looks like Perth are going to stay in their zone, extended pressure. They find Russell behind the back of that zone. Uses her great 6'7" frame and length.
She's up to 16 points, Mercedes Russell. And they brought it back to 8 points. It was 12 points at one stage. So good response here from Southside. But Perth want to keep the scores flowing. McDonald's offline.
Big stop again. Southside Flyers. Forcing McDonald to take that 3.
And foul's been called.
A third personal foul, McDonald. Coach Petrick won't want to risk her now. Sit out the remainder of this third quarter potentially. Maley takes a seat as well.
See there, McDonald, 3 fouls. A few on 2 each. So Lockridge finds herself at the line.
Rattles that one in. Doesn't matter if it's a swish or a rattler. They both count for a point.
And they needed this, Southside. So a good little response here. Cut it from 12 to 6. 2 minutes to go in the third. Atwell was up to 23 points.
Pressure D, Southside Flies with Atwell on that ball screen action, then double teamed her, want the ball out of her hands.
Pressure from both sides being applied here.
Southside.
Atwell from downtown! She is on fire!
Wow. Atwell, impressive.
It is an unbelievable display. The 5th 3-pointer. There's Lockridge down the other end. It wobbles in. Chibatoni. Gorman. The inside of Potter. Nice work.
Well executed. Roll Potter to the point of the rim. Found an easy score. Southside back in man-to-man.
Potch trying to find her way through. Is being denied and purple.
Defensive intensity for both teams has gone up a notch in this third quarter. Perth Lynx with the momentum, holding on to a solid 9-point lead.
Chippertoni for Atwell this time. Turned it over. Russell to Cole. Needs to convert and one.
Great finish, Beck Cole. Aggressive, trapped the ball screen. Southside Flyers forced the turnover. Russell finds Cole on the break. Strong, efficient, finds a way to complete that play.
Do you feel like Southside are just hanging in, or you think?
They are. They know. You know, they've come down from a massive margin against this team, and it was off the back of their zone defence the last contest. See here, they've upped the ante. They've gone back to man. They've been aggressive, looking at trap ball screens.
As Cole completes the play. Less than a minute to go in the third. Chippertoni goes herself.
Won't be happy with that. Way too easy for Chippertoni. Get to the rim. Manny Rocci conscious, I'm sure, that she's on 3 fouls. Didn't want to risk a fourth.
Cole to Rocci. Shot clock down to 8. Russell comes up short.
Foul called on Brown then. Hands in on that possession play. Southside, good execution. They went to their staggered screen action. 3 staggered screens. Then they bring Mercedes Russell back to the ball. Couldn't get the finish, but well executed.
Take another look on replay. Sideline ball for the Lynx.
Perth Lynx will use up this clock and run some ball screen actions for McDonald, their star.
What is she going to manufacture? We'll hand it off to Potter. Look back for McDonald, but Russell thought otherwise to Rocci. Now they have a few seconds to work with. They'll give it to Cole from long range. It's just offline. And that'll do us to 3-quarter time at the Bendat Basketball Centre. An impressive quarter from the Perth Lynx, the home side. They've earned themselves an 8-point buffer at the last change after leading by 2 points at quarter time, 2 points in the second quarter. That was an impressive term from Perth Lynx. Carrie Graff.
That it was. Off the broad shoulders, the impressive shoulders of Amy Atwell. 26 points, 5 of 8 3-point shooting. She just put the team on her back in this third quarter. She shot the lights out, made some big plays. We saw some, good other finishes, but boy, it was all Amy Atwell in that third quarter that got the momentum for her team and got this lead.
So Southside earlier in the quarter got out to a 3-point buffer, and then Perth really turned the tables then as we take a look at some of the highlights. Here is Potch getting in on the action. But you're right, it was Amy Atwell absolutely set things alight.
Here's the start of it.
From the corner, and then...
That is tough. She was feeling it by that point. She had a 4-point play, then a 3 in the corner. By then, it's lights out. Once a shooter like she gets their eye in, you're cooked.
26 points, but impressively 4 steals as well.
Yeah, she's been all over it. We see the numbers there. The shooting percentages have really swung for Perth Lynx. They're up to 35% from the 3-point line. They were down to the lowly 19, so they've swung that around. We see the assists from the Southside Flyers are up, but, turnovers are probably hurting the Southside Flyers. 15 turnovers with a quarter to go. That's way too many, and got to credit the Lynx defence. We'll see a little more, we'll see a bit more zone from both teams perhaps. We saw the ante up a little bit with some trapping, and as we see the scorers there, 26 for Atwell, that was impressive. Leading the rebounds, Potter for her team, Mercedes Russell for the Flyers.
And so with 1 quarter to go, it was credit to Southside in that third quarter because Perth did get out to a 12-point lead at one stage and they just kept coming back at them. They managed to stem the flow a little bit and just draw that margin to 8 points at the last change. So still very much in it, even though Perth, it was their quarter. But Southside, and as you've mentioned before, they know how to score quickly. So they'll be looking for a hot start to start this last quarter.
Yeah, and they're pretty much a veteran group, mature group with a lot of basketball underneath them. They know how to play momentum swings. They know how to chip away, when to get a stop, who they need to go to. Big first offensive play for the Southside Flyers.
So here we go, final quarter underway. Southside by 2 points in their earlier encounter at round 4. What are we going to see here over in the west? Rochi to get things started. Can't get it to go. Potter with the rebound to McDonald. Looking back to Potter, and it is going to be a Southside ball.
Beck Cole in the thick of it, got her hands on it. Potter was wide open on the point of the rim. Cole comes in, makes a play. We've talked about her often in terms of, you know, she's an inspirational leader, makes big plays at critical moments in games. She's a competitor, rugged defender.
And she'll love these scenarios. Game on the line, last quarter, away from home. Beck Cole, here she is on cue. Off the rim on this occasion. Fighting for it is Rochi. Excellent work. Russell to Poch. Long range 2. Foul called.
Lou Brown loses the shoe and gets a foul called. A little unlucky.
So do you think Southside need to do anything differently, or is it more just about applying the pressure on Perth? You think their system's working and they just got to try and get those valuable stops and take their opportunities at the other end?
They've had good shots. We saw there. That was a nice little pull-up jumper. It didn't roll. We saw them execute well at the end of the third quarter. Got a great shot for Mercedes Russell. They've just dried up a little bit offensively, not through poor decisions, but they've got to tidy it up defensively. You know, McDonald's getting going. We saw Atwell get off in that third quarter. They've lifted their defensive intensity, certainly in the end of the third quarter. They went back to some man-to-man, went trapping on ball screens.
One possession back here. Maddie Rochi working it down the floor. To Cole to Ernst. Saw her sink a big triple in that third.
There's Russell, point of the rim.
Wide open. That's what the Flyers needed.
They did. Rochi should be relieved to hit that one. Critical 3 for them. Gets it back to 5.
Donald gets around Rochi. Looking for Potter. We'll get a jump ball.
You can see the intensity from athletes from both teams diving on loose balls. Desperation plays. Playing to lock up which of these two teams can lock up and secure second spot. Right now they're equal on 6 wins, 3 losses. The winner of this one tonight, secure second spot.
A lot on the line indeed. Atwell to inbound for the Lynx. And it's going to be a foul call. We'll do it all again.
Southside back into their man-to-man defense.
McDonald. What a shot!
She's tough. Southside Flyers playing drops against that ball screen action. Makes it too easy. McDonald just pulled up and shoot the jumper.
It's back Cole to Ernst. Shot clock down at 8. Rochi to Cole. They need to get a shot up. Cole can't convert.
Aggressive D from Perth Lynx. They're trapping anything in the low post. Potter then came to trap Beck Cole, a little guard in the low block.
Good child. Trying to find a way through. Potter goes herself. Wobbles out. Russell with the rebound. Off to Rochi. 7 points the difference.
Beck Cole getting organised. A little horns action.
She'll get it back and travel. So it's going to be a Perth ball.
Looked a little unorthodox sometimes. If it looks a little unusual, the referees See it as a travel.
And as you said before, they've got to take their opportunities. And the turnovers just hurting them a little bit at the moment.
Can they respond with a defensive stop here?
Donald to Goodchild. Back to McDonald. Finding a way through wonderfully.
Super quick. She goes from 0 to 100 like that.
Just effortless, it looks like. Loffridge to Russell. They need her to fire, and she does.
Efficient from that elbow. It's Mercedes Russell. It's a free throw for her.
McDonald, Atwell set the game alight in that third quarter. Back to McDonald, inside to Potter. Great team play.
She can do it all, McDonald. That two-game action between her and Potter is impressive. She can get on the rim. She can find a roller.
17 points and 7 assists now for Mary McDonald.
On track for a double-double potentially.
Cole to Ernst. Now to Rochi, shot clock down to 4. They need to manufacture something here. Ernst has to go herself. Can't convert.
Someone's going to take a 3. Quick action with low clock. You don't mind it being Ernst, but she couldn't get that to drop. Speaking of 3s when needed, Goodchild hasn't been hot tonight, but Maley does what Maley does, and that's come up with a big possession play.
Atwell trying to find a way through. She's fouled.
Just uses her shoulders and body there, just leans in on Bet Cole. Perth Lynx players looking at their coach to see what defense he wants off the back of these free throws. They change up both teams have been changing up their defenses throughout the course of the game, throwing 2-3 zones at times, extended pressure and half-court pressure off free throws. As we see the scorers for both teams, Perth Lynx, 4 players in double digits.
Can't get 2 from 2, but it's been a mighty performance from Amy Atwell, up to 27 points. Southside needing the momentum to go their way. They've got to keep fighting here, and they can't keep turning it over. McDonald converts down the other end. That hurts. Back out to an equal game high 12-point lead as Loffridge for 3.
Swish! Big 3-point shot.
They need a few more of those, the Flyers. McDonald around the arc to Maley. Gorman, McDonald uses it. Shot clock down to 6. 4. McDonald, what will she do? They run out of time.
Great pressure defense. Southside Flyers force a shot clock violation. Big defensive stop.
Problem is they've got to take their chances down their offensive end.
17 turnovers for the Southside Flyers.
9 points the difference. Less than 5 to go in the last quarter. Cole, Russell, they've lost it again. McDonald. Out to Maley for a triple.
Wow.
And brings up her 1,000th career point in style.
28 points from turnovers for the Perth Lynx. It's breaking the back of the Southside Flyers.
It's all uphill from Southside here. Cole finds her opening and converts.
She won't lay down. But Cole, she'll keep fighting. Implore her team to stay with it. Still a long time to go.
Maley, tough shot. Can't get it to go. 10 points of difference. What have the Flyers got? Loffridge. Get it again to Cole. To Wisher, who converts.
They know how to hang around the Southside Flyers. I was looking scary for a minute at 10, feeling like 13 or 15.
The margin's 8. Need a big defensive effort here. McDonald's for 2 more. Just so hard to stop.
She can pull up mid-range. She can get all the way downhill. She can shoot the 3.
Loffridge working the baseline out to Cole in the corner. Assessing her options. Goes back to Poch. Shot clock down to 5. Big rebound from Perth. Gorman to McDonald. Big block from Poch.
Poch just waited. Swatted that one away with ease.
10 points, 2 and a bit minutes to go. Cole looking inside to Russell.
3-second call.
Big call.
Massive call. Mercedes Russell does a great job of challenging the referees to below 3 seconds. She gets herself on the point of the rim and holds a seal for extended moments, but big call, 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. 10 points the difference, and we're heading points the margin. How do the Flyers get out of this?
Yeah, look, they're still got to stick with their guns. Critically, they can't turn the ball over. I mean, credit to Perth's defence, they've forced turnovers, but you know, if you turn the ball over, you're not gonna swing this one back. You know, it's a 4-possession game. They're well within it if they can hit a couple of quick buckets, but they've got to get stops. I mean, Perth at 91, they've got to try and, can you limit the touches of McDonald? Can you make sure that Atwell isn't getting wide open? Because those two are the ones that are punishing. Both on the scoreline, and then certainly for McDonald, you know, she finds ways to involve her teammates. She's got 23, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Atwell just lit it up in that third quarter, but they've got to do something with those two. They've really got to find a way to get some stops. I think they've got to try and go back inside to Mercedes Russell. It'll be interesting to see here if we see changing defences again from the Perth Lynx. Do they throw in a bit of zone? What are both teams looking to do on the ball screen action, particularly when McDonald's going to have the ball in her hands and they're going to run some ball screen action for her up top? How are they going to negotiate and defend that?
50 points between McDonald and Atwell. The two of those have done a lot of the damage. Cole leading the way for Southside with 19. Russell up to 18. So Maley to inbound for Perth. Sitting comfortably the 10-point margin, but I want to run this game out strongly. McDonald, Gorman back to McDonald.
Perth Lynx, the clock is their friend. Gorman could have taken that 3. They want to use clock.
Swings it across to Atwell, who's been on the money from that range, and too much on it. You don't often see that for Atwell. But a big chance here for Southside. Rochi off the rim. And Southside ball. Poch fouled.
Attack the glass hard. Gorman, not a bad foul. See Coach Petrick in the background there, calling defensive plays to his team.
Rochi to Cole in the corner. Fires for a triple. Off the rim, Potter with the rebound to McDonald. Rochi with the contact.
Coach Petrick won't relax just yet. Just a tick under. A minute and a half to go in this contest. Comfortable 10-point margin, but anything can happen in basketball. Again, happy to use clock. Oh,
Potter.
Could have almost been a travel call there. If Poch had kept her hands out, perhaps. Not to be the case. Baseline out of bounds for the Perth Lynx. Shot clock reset to 14.
Donald looking for Potter. And happy just to maintain a bit of possession here. Perth. McDonald.
Wow, what a feed.
Bailey. And that's going nowhere.
Potter's got the length and the hop. Tap that one off the rim.
And we're off to another timeout with the margin sitting at 10 points, 1 minute and 4 left on the clock. It was high-octane basketball right from the opening tip-off. Perth led by 2 points at quarter time. By 2 points in the second, it really was that third quarter where they set things alight and really managed to get the game on their terms. They led by 8 at three-quarter time, thanks to some brilliant shooting, largely in part to Amy Atwell. And so far in this fourth quarter, they've just managed to control things. Carrie Graff and their coaching staff will be pretty pleased.
Yeah, they will. You know, they'll still be talking about we need to close this one out. It's not done yet. All it takes is for, you know, Southside Flyers to hit a quick three, get a stop, or shake loose a steal and hit another one, and anything can turn. But you'd say, you know, Perth Lynx are in the box seat if they manage the clock well, which they have done. They've been happy to chew clock and then get the ball back in McDonald's hands and see if she can make something work for her team. Southside Flyers, on the other hand, have got to come out aggressively defensively. They've got to make something happen here. They've got to, you know, look for a good, quick, early score.
Sadie's Russell on screen there, 18 points, 12 rebounds for her tonight. She's tried her hardest for this.
See what they've got on this side out of bounds play. They've advanced the ball. They're looking for a 2 or a 3. Either will do, but it needs to be reasonably quick.
Oh.
And that is not what you need. A turnover. And that has been the story of the night for the Southside Flyers. The turnovers have absolutely punished them.
And just at crucial times as well.
It's their 20th turnover. Perth Lynx have scored 28 points from those turnovers.
Less than a minute to go now. McDonald finds her way through, as she often does, and draws the contact.
And you'd say she makes these two, and that's good night, Southside Flyers. Boy, she's been impressive tonight. Erin McDonald, I've talked about her, she's super quick. She can get downhill, get on the rim. We've seen her shoot the mid-range pull-up jump shot. We've seen her hit a couple of big threes. Involves her teammates.
Number 1 in the competition for average points per game in 19.7 so far, up to 23 tonight.
Takes her tally to 24. 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals. Pretty good stat line.
A complete performance, you would think, for one of the MVP contenders of this Cygnett WNBL competition, Erin McDonald.
Rebounds. McDonald finds herself at the line again. So it's in the bonus.
That rattles out. Might get another opportunity.
Out.
It's an early Christmas present for the Perth Lynx. They run out 10-point winners over Southside in what has been an entertaining game of basketball, to say the least. 95-85. The Perth Lynx, they get the job done on their home floor and turned around the earlier round 4 result between these two sides when Southside won a thriller by 2 points. They get revenge here at Bendat Basketball Centre. What a performance from the Perth Lynx. A crucial victory on the eve of Christmas as we turn towards the second half of this thrilling WNBL season. Carrie Graf, an impressive performance from the opening tip-off.
It was a pretty high-quality game. Some great shooting from both teams. We saw change-up defences from both teams, but certainly for the Perth Lynx, Amy Atwell and Erin McDonald set a light for them. Got to say, Gorman off the bench for them sparked it. They had some nice productivity there. For the Southside Flyers, it was just, gosh, the turnover rate was just too high. They were, they stayed in touch. It was a momentum swinging game. They managed to hang around, but when your turnover rate's that high, you're not going to win a ball game like this one.
Yeah, they'd be disappointing, particularly against the quality of this competition. You can't be turning it over that often. So our player of the game tonight, we obviously think Erin McDonald played a wonderful game, but Amy Atwell really set things up, particularly in that third quarter when the game was on the line. 2 points of difference at halftime. Out she comes and just goes bang.
Yeah, that third quarter was phenomenal. I thought it helped really break the momentum for them, push out a big lead, made some massive shots under duress. Once she got her eye, and she was deadly. And early in the game, defensively, she was shaking loose steals. She got to the rim, but she was impressive. She's probably been down a little bit on form compared to last year, but she found it tonight. She was impressive.
So she averages just the 14 points per game, not just 14 points per game, but in context to her 27 tonight, as well as 4 steals. As we take a look at some of the highlights of tonight's game, it was a lot of fun, Carrie. It was, as we mentioned, high-octane stuff from the opening quarter. We're on track for a big score. 95-85 was the end score, and the points were flowing immediately. McDonald into the action early, as we expect, no less. But it was a fun game of basketball. Yeah,
it was, and we saw her, we talked about a lot, McDonald. She can get on the rim. She was shooting pull-up jump shots. Mercedes Russell, battled hard for the Southside Flyers. She got on the rim early and scored for them. Made some changed up defensively. Potter was impressive. We saw her when she got on the rim, when she rim rolled, made some good things happen. Annalee Maley did what she did, rebounded the ball, but chimed in with a few points. Beck Cole battled hard as well for Southside Flyers, but just wasn't enough for them tonight.
Not far away from a double-double was Annalee Maley, 15 points, 9 rebounds, but she did surpass 1,000 career points, so congratulations to Annalee Maley on that milestone. What a superstar of this competition. As we take a look at some of the stats to full time, there wasn't a lot separating these two sides earlier on, but as you've mentioned a couple of times throughout the call, it's really those turnovers from the Flyers that hurt them in the end.
Yeah, it did. 20 turnovers, and that was a 30-point conversion for the Perth Lynx. That they converted from those turnovers, created quite a few fast break opportunities for them. Early on, the Perth Lynx weren't shooting the ball very well from the three-point line, but boy, did they turn that around in the third and fourth quarters. They were down at 19%. To swing that up to 35 was massive for them in the second half.
And some of our individual stat winners as well. You can see Amy Atwell and Erin McDonald combining for 52 points. My maths is not my strong point, Carrie, but over 50 points. And Maley chipping in as well. The rebounds, Potter and Russell with 12 each, and the assists, as we've touched on. Erin McDonald is really strong in that area, and Beck Cole as well did her best with 19 points and 6 assists as well. But the Flyers a little bit undermanned, a couple of their big stars out, and they're only 10 points away from the Lynx. So it's kind of almost not bittersweet, but you sort of think, okay, well, they did really well without a couple of their stars, but they were kind of their own worst enemy as well. So kind of some mixed feelings to come out of the Flyers camp, you would think.
Yeah, and look, undermanned, you take, LJ probably plays 20 minutes for them, and that's another big that would have helped them in that zone, another scoring option. Leilani Mitchell can come in and drain a big three, or, organise and change tempo, and they could play the zone as they did. So, those two outs certainly have an impact for the Southside Flyers. All credit to the Perth Lynx, though, regardless of who you're playing and whether they're undermanned or fully manned, they managed to steal a big one.
So a great game of basketball, and our doubleheader is off to a really hot start tonight. Saturday night hoops in the WNBL. Stick with us because we have Townsville and Melbourne coming up very shortly. Carrie Graff's going to stick around with me, and that's all we've got from the Bendat Basketball Centre. For now, it was the Perth 95-85 winners over the Flyers. We'll see you soon.